To look at that, since so much of this involves language skills, let's just look at understanding language development for starters, and then we're going to just look at how language develops in the majority of children, and then we can understand better what happens with neurodevelopmental issues. So it's true that language is acquired the same way in all languages. We've had a lot of research on that by psycholinguistics, and we see that there's a uniformity from language to language. But we do know that the main factor for acquisition of language in a typical child is the quantity as well as the quality of the first 4 years of exposure. And we know that's more important than whatever the specific languages they've learned or how many languages they have. Or how educated or sophisticated they are or their family members are. Now, early language development is the foundation for reading. It is the precursor for reading. As far as the brain is concerned, reading is language. The reading network is superimposed on the language network of the brain. So for some children, if there is a language problem, that becomes the bottleneck that limits their success. And of course, different children have different language experience. The brain is wired for language. It's what differentiates humans from every other animal on the planet. And learning language is really a test of our brain's early learning system. At birth, every infant has an equal potential to learn any language. So there are African click languages where kinds of sounds are phonemes. There are tonal languages where just the pitch that you use when you say a word has a meaningful difference, like Mandarin Chinese. But we can learn any of those. An infant can learn any kind of language and can learn it just as quickly, as efficiently as any other. By 6 months, an infant really has the beginning of a map of the phonemes that are specific to their native language, and we can actually see that in their babbling. When you hear a child babble, you're actually it's kind of a window, if you will, into their brain, and you can tell by the sounds they make when they babble, that those sounds have started to become mapped in their brain.